Hello people, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing so that you join this family. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I love you so much. Thank you for your support, and I hope we are all doing fine. So I came across this video of a lady crying on TikTok. The reason why she was crying is that she is getting divorced and her husband has given her up to 1st March to leave the house. Now, what is devastating to her is that she didn't save any money during her marriage and no property in her name. You can imagine being comfortable to being homeless. Worse off, the man was even the one who was taking care of her mom. Anyway, it's so emotional to watch. So let's jump into the video and watch together. I'll be back.
So hard to talk right now. Situation's so hard. I'm just trying to relax. I tried to fix it after 3 days with my husband. And he's just like, no, you can't, you know? Like, I'm done with you. Today he keeps reiterating, like, through text message, like, we can be brother and sister in Christ. Sorry, this couldn't work out. So I came to live with my family, but they're hopping from place to place because they don't have a place. 7 days here, 7 days there. It's the hardest situation. About to go through a divorce. My husband not being there for me, and he knows the situation my family's in. Which is one argument that we had before I left the house, because he said if your family loses their house, then they can stay here. But once it happened, I asked him and he said no. Now I'm in this situation with them because he doesn't want me back. I don't know. I just got a new job. And he said he's done helping me. He's done paying my bills on March 15th. So it's like helping my family, trying to pay my bills, not having a house, moving every freaking 7 to 14 days from place to place with the company my mom works for. Because it's like they have vacation houses, but it's just the most humiliating, degrading, low position ever. And just to know that like I'm married and like my husband just doesn't care and isn't helping, doesn't want me. Like I left the house because you threatened to call the cops on me when I wasn't even yelling at you. I know what's going on in my life. I'm over it. I'm just like, what is happening? I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of struggle and pain.
Having watched this emotional video, guys, what do you think? Tell me in the comment section below. Women, no matter who your man is, I always advise to have your own money. Never depend 100% on anyone, especially someone you were not born with, like a man. He can change anytime and make you suffer. A lot of people stitched this video, but before we jump into the stitches, please subscribe and like my videos. So let's jump into the stitches.
Now listen, I support the soft life. Always have and always will. But if we are going to engage in a soft life, ladies, then we need to make sure that we always have our ducks in a row. That means we execute a prenuptial agreement. If you are going to go and say, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to take myself from the workforce, I'm going to let him lead, that's fine, but get a prenup. A prenup is a document that could protect you from something like this. If this doesn't work out, how do we separate this thing? How does this thing shake out? How does the leaves fall off this tree? What assets am I going to collect? What am I entitled to? Let's negotiate this alimony up front while we're happy. I don't want to negotiate from a place of being scorned. I want to negotiate from a place of comfort. Get you a prenuptial agreement. That way somebody could never, ever, ever take your options away in the event of fallout.
So I recently saw this video of a woman going viral. She is crying and devastated that the man who had been previously providing for her, her husband of many years, gave her until March 1st, I believe, to get out. He was taking care of her, the children, and also his wife's mother. And she's like devastated because she went from being a well-kept woman to now being unhoused. And my thing is this: I know a lot of people listen to Shira 7 and the whole sprinkle sprinkle movement. And I do believe in hypergamy. I do believe that if a man is asking you to leave the workforce, if he's asking you to be a stay-at-home wife or mom and take care of the kids, that he should be able to provide for you while you do so. But I also feel like one thing that I don't know if Shira stresses to you all enough, and that is to make sure that you are putting some of that money away, or that you also have, a means to be able to take care of yourself. If you're out of the workforce for 10, 20 years, when it's time for you to have to get back to work, you have no skill. You have no up-to-date skill to make you some money. Don't let it be from 10 or 20 years being married, the only thing you have to show for it are shoes and bags. You need stocks and bonds. You need to be investing that money, putting some of it away, because some men, they want you to give up your autonomy. They want you to give up your ability to make your own money because they want to be in control. They want to be able to hold over your head. If I'm unhappy, I'm leaving, and all of this could be gone. One thing that I will say about Shira, like I said, I'm not saying anything bad about her. Please understand. But she makes her own money. She's not doing YouTube for free. She's not doing YouTube lives for free. She's not making books for free. She's getting paid from all of this. She is stacking her money. So while she's telling you, get a man who can take care of everything, she has that, but she's also making her own money. You don't want to be at the mercy of a man and have him be like, all of this could be gone. And you have to start all over at your age. You're 30, you're 40, you haven't worked in a decade, and now all of a sudden you have to get this minimum wage or entry-level position because you've been out of the job market for too long. Some of them want you like that because it gives them more control over you.
About to be homeless. I've been seeing a lot of situations like this. I also saw a TikTok where a woman was talking about she'd been married since she was 19. They was married for 27 years, and she went to school but dropped out, never built a career. Her husband's name was on the house, and the business that they built together was in her husband's name, So fast forward to them getting divorced, she lost everything, and she was trying to do odd jobs or whatever, but at the end of the day, she really couldn't get no good job because she didn't have no work experience, no education, nothing, and it's kind of sad, because these women do commit their lives to these marriages or whatever, and when they get divorced, they don't have shit. That's why I do understand why things are in place for women when divorces happen, like the husband having to pay alimony and child support, stuff like that. So that's why I do understand, why that stuff is in place. But, I believe that every person should be their own person. And what I mean by that is every person should pursue their passions, build a career for themselves, get an education, all of that type of stuff. Because at the end of the day, you are your own person outside of whatever relationship you're in.
So women, learn to build yourselves up, even though you are married to the richest man in the world. Don't just be a stay-at-home wife. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but staying at home should be a financial partnership with the man who is making you stay at home. Sometimes put money to work for you. That means investment. We are talking about investment that will pay dividends over time. I remember mom always said, have money of your own. You never know. Ladies, let's always have a backup plan because of situation like this. I'm praying for you, girl. that you get back on your feet soon. And please guys, thank you for being part of the conversation. See you in the next video. Bye and stay safe.